Speaking of people who are suffering serious delusions, Rachel Maddow worries Trump will be president for life if he wins in 2024. MSNBC host notes that in the current political movement, far-right politics is coinciding with far-right violence. It's a lie. They just have to say it. I have to wonder. There are a lot of evil people out there. What's going on in how do you pronounce it? Xinjiang, and with the Uyghur Muslim camps. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's evil stuff, right? The forced abortions, like nightmarishly evil. Rachel Maddow is a kind of evil, but I wouldn't put her anywhere near like genocide level, but pretty evil in that she goes on her show and says things that any sane person, even a liberal leftist, would know is just crackpot psychotic nonsense. But she says it anyway. She gets a lot of money. The ratings.
I mean, she was the highest rated caster on MSNBC. And so she made a lot of money off of it. She got huge ratings, and she continues to parrot these crazy, ludicrous narratives. Like, yeah, Donald Trump, and she was one of the biggest proponents of the whole Russia hoax. Mm-hmm. And, and she continues to parrot that to this day, even though it's been debunked over and over again.
Because she has a monetary incentive to do that, right? There's no reason. If she started being like, guys, I've changed my mind, not the case, her ratings would probably collapse. All of the attention that her show gets would go away. In some cases, the way our media works, it incentivizes people to get more and more crazy. I mean, we see this.
YouTube is the same.
Exactly. We see it in independent media all the time, that people will start saying more outlandish things. I mean, let's think of like the clickbaity thumbnails that people put out. They might need to because it drives people to their channel. On the other hand, like, are they always super accurate? No. I think with Rachel Maddow, what's interesting is there is an actual hysteria and fear underneath it all. She really does seem to be personally panicked about Trump's influence on the country. You don't think so?
Absolutely not. If you watch it, it looks like she's just saying garble nonsense.
Oh, good. Really? You have the clip. Yeah. We should pull it up.
I'll show you a bit of it.
This morning, heading into what we knew would be two big important court hearings on these Trump cases today, in federal court in Georgia and federal court in D.C. Probably what he was planning, probably what he was thinking. But per the New York Times, it does seem sort of significant that that's what he's now telling people. That's what he's telling people he's going to do. He will solve his jumble of legal problems by winning the election. And, whatever you think about that, that's how he's thinking about that.
Okay.
And what does that say about the election for all of the rest of us, right? It means in his own mind and those of his campaign and his supporters, presumably, these are the stakes. And again, whatever you think about that as a legal strategy for Trump, that is how he is thinking about the election.
How many times was she going to say the same thing over and over again just there? You notice she said, I think 4 times. Trump's strategy to get rid of his legal problems is to win the election. Think about that. What do you think that means?
It doesn't.
What do you think it means? No. The point is, Rachel Maddow has no passion and is saying literally nothing. She is pattering. She is speaking words with no meaning to extend time. The things she is saying exist only in, I gotta get through this hour, and then I'm going to have lunch with the girls.
I would love to get her off script and interview her.
She's not on script. She's probably just...
But she's got that MSNBC script up top.
And his aides and his campaign about the stakes of the election.
This is their script, poorly
written. The election means one of two things, if this is the way he's going to approach it.
She keeps saying that over and over again.
He loses the election.
But I think it's because she can't go into specifics because she doesn't actually understand. And if she brought out any actual facts,
he doesn't go to prison. And is that for life that he gets to be president? Will we keep having more elections or no? If every election is a new opportunity for him to go to prison, do you think he allows us to have new elections?
What does that mean?
This is total fear-mongering. Nobody believes it. There is no avenue for Donald Trump to possibly be able to suspend elections. What's he going to do? Suspend the Constitution to make it so that he's president for life? Nobody actually believes that.
So she's clearly... Look, in that minute, she said, I think, maybe like 15 different words. Mm-hmm. She explained nothing. And she said over and over and over again, what you think about what Trump thinks. That means Trump thinks this. And no matter what you think, that means Trump means this, which means in the election, Trump will think this. And he's going to tell his supporters this. And that means whatever you think, Trump thinks this. It's like,
did she explain at all how he would do that? Did she explain that at all?
Well, of course not.
Yeah. No, he's just going to do it with the power of evilness.
Yeah. She doesn't believe anything she's saying. She's not actually saying anything. And this is the challenge. I think about, you got the World Economic Forum, You will own nothing and you will be happy. And you got these video clips where parents are like, my baby is, going to get the medication. We're going to sterilize the kid and stuff like that. And I'm just like, at a certain point, what do you do when you're watching lemmings? I mean this figuratively. When you're watching them walk off a cliff. Now, I know Disney forced them off a cliff with a broom.
Yeah.
I'm making a point.
Yeah, lemmings don't actually walk off cliffs like that.
Yeah, the Disney producers shoved them off with brooms, like, get out of here, we're going to film it and make money off you.
But
that's actually a good example of what this is.
People are mindlessly marching towards their own demise. Do you step in? I mean,
we've been trying.
You are. We are. This show is doing that. But not everyone's going to listen. You just can't grab them by the throat and pull them back, or you'll be considered the aggressor. You've got to let them go.
Yeah, so we're watching them march toward the cliff, and we're going, stop, please don't do it. And they're like, you're so crazy.
Well, the problem, they're going off the ratings cliff, though. I mean, like, come on, who watches MSNBC at this point?
I mean,
so
we can find out.
It's on at hotels and things.
Yeah.
Hotels and airports.
I saw Chuck Todd over the weekend, and this is pretty funny. I was listening to Chuck Todd, and he was like, the thing about Trump's election lies are, and I was like, dude, election claims. Call them claims. Don't make the assumption that they're like, it was just the purport that it was a lie without it was.
It's to make sure that you already know to be on guard to whatever Trump is saying.
Yeah, it was tribalist, like a tribalist flag being raised. Like if you're part of our group, we all know, wink, wink, that it's a lie anyway. So
and a claim might imply that there's some credit to them, which they cannot allow, right? There can't be any reason why he would be right in any way.
Yeah, it was would have been a neutral statement, was to say, talk about his claims as opposed to.
Rachel got 3.9 million viewers, the number one show across all of television, including broadcast.
Wow.
Beating out Fox News.
Yeah, I mean, of course they beat out Fox News. They fired Tucker. I mean, what do you expect?
But this is right. Yeah, no one else. But this is the point. This is it. Rachel Maddow is going to say, next thing President Trump will be president for life. Next thing she's going to come out and she's going to start, she's got to increase it. Now she's going to come out and be like, well, Trump's going to start rounding people up, and then she's going to talk about trains, and then she's going to talk about whatever it is that's going to terrify people and convince them they have to watch, glued to it like some kind of disgusting drug.
I think she doesn't realize the power she has as an individual. The people that are afraid of Donald Trump, that are afraid of some external power, don't realize the amount of power they have within their own community to prevent and buffer from that stuff.
See, but I think she wants it, right? Like if she is the most popular show on television right now and she gets to scare you, and so you come back to listen to her every day to say, Rachel, what should I know? You're telling me all these awful things. You're really insightful. She knows she has influence. She knows she has power. I think that's why she can present in a monologue like this that references nothing. She repeats the same phrase over and over again. She doesn't cite any facts. She's not like, because this law would allow him to do whatever. She's just speculating, knowing that people will be afraid of it.
She's
and then return
banking
to it for more
on confirmation bias. That's it. That's all she's doing. And she's good at it.
Meaning that she's assuming that her audience already believes her premise?
Absolutely. Absolutely they do. I mean, in my opinion, that is the reason that she is pulling, 3-point-something million viewers on her episodes. I believe she only does like 2 or 3 episodes a week at this point. She somehow gets away with that because, she does have a lot of power. Nobody watches any other show on MSNBC.
She's retired, man.
Yeah.
She checked out a long time ago. I mean, come on. You go to any person. How old is she? Someone want to look up how old she is?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Was she like her mid to late 40s?
I would think she might even be older than that.
Really?
She's been around for a long time.
Born in 73, so that would make her
50?
48. Currently 48.
73?
Born on April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day, Rachel.
Wait.
One day before me.
She was born in 1973?
Yeah, April 1st, 1973.
So she'd be 50.
Yeah.
So she's 48. No.
So she'd be 50.
50.
No, 48. She'll be...
What year is it?
49?
I mean, 49, yeah,
49. Okay.
because her birth is in April.
Okay.
So
she'll
she
be
was
50
1 in
next
1974.
No, she'd still be 50.
So this probably looks out of date. She says she's
Either
currently
way.
48.
Yeah, she'd be 50.
She's up there.
What are you looking at?
She turned...
Sorry for all the
Wikipedia.
50-plus-year-olds out there.
That is really weird.
Anyway, she's retired, man. Come on.
I'm seeing 48 years old on this, and she was born April 1st, 1973.
It's like the Taylor Lorenz
What are you
thing.
looking at?
Let's just...
Yeah,
If
that would
she's-
make her 50.
No,
for
50.
sure.
Yeah, Wikipedia's pulling it right.
50.
Wow.
I Googled Rachel Maddow age. She's 50.
This is
April 1st,
why the
1973.
The first
internet-
thing that comes up is that
Dude,
she's
your
younger.
AI
Probably
is
got
gonna
your
feed
info
us-
off of MSNBC. I guess.
Chat GPT is going to feed us such trash for the next 2
I
decades.
know.
But what was the argument? We knew when her birth year was. It was like, no, this 40. Like, bro, she's 50.
It was like, turn right now.
Is
and
the
it was
year
like,
wrong?
The ocean's right there. I'm like, turn right.
Okay, anyway, the point is she's retired.
Yeah, she's 50.
She's 50, and they went to her and said, what are you doing? And she goes, I just want to go to sleep. I'm just so tired and sad and pathetic. And they're like, we'll give you $5 million to do a show once a week. I guess, fine. That's what she's doing. That's why she's pattering on the show. That's why she's going like, Donald Trump wants to be president. That means he'll run for president. And no matter what you think about that, he's going to tell his supporters he's running for president. So you might not want to be president, but he's going to run. And you know what that means? He'll tell his supporters he's running. No matter what it is you think. That's literally what she did. Man, this lady's off her rocker.
Wild. Also, she's getting paid millions of dollars to do this. Like, what a sweet gig, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
What are they going to do? Fire her? I mean, if MSNBC doesn't have a network without Rachel Maddow, I mean,
She
what
is
else
their,
is
like,
anybody
top
want? I
performer.
couldn't name another MSNBC host, to be honest with you. I mean,
Chris Matthews.
I mean, I can see it right here. Chris
Wait,
Matthews. No, he got fired, actually, because he said something sexist or...
Right.
So he's
Chris
gone.
Hayes.
Chris Hayes.
Is he also?
Look.
Chris Hayes. But Chuck Todd,
He's on there,
not.
right? Chuck Todd's NBC. isn't he?
NBC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Press.
MSNBC is Chris Hayes. All in Chris Hayes.
All right.
You got one.
Good point.
I have the
who else do we
feeling.
have?
Oh, I don't know.
Brian Williams, right?
Because he got fired for being...
lying.
Yeah, lying.
Yeah.
He said he was in an Apache helicopter or whatever being shot by sniper fire.
So we were all surprised to learn that a guy on cable TV news was lying to us, and then they fired him.
And then MSNBC was like, he's our guy.
That's right. Pick him up, pick him up.
great.
I wonder if Rachel goes home at night and is like, I hate this job. I do not want to even think about politics, but she's getting paid $15 million, a year? Or what is this? What her salary
it's
is?
probably something.
You're like, just go repeat the
do
crap.
Well,
days a week.
I think you're overlooking like the social position.
20
she's
million.
in.
Sure, 20 million a
She's
year.
getting paid $20 million to barely say anything on television.
$24 million to go on TV and go blah, 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 blah,
Right.
blah.
She doesn't have to memorize any hard information. I can't even believe that there's no way there's a script there. But also, everyone wants to invite her to things and have her places. Like, there is a social currency that she knows she has. I think she wouldn't give up this job, even though she's not passionate about it.
If she started a new show that was less political, I think she'd still have a lot of followers.
I think you can't really step away from that prestige. Like, I think there is sort of something to being the female. I don't personally agree with it, but I think she has been told, you're this high-powered female political commentator. You have your own show. It would be harder for her to transition to like something like Oprah did, where she just like goes around interviewing people. I think there's an ego part to it. Not that she should feel ashamed of it, but
what happened to Hillary Clinton had her show? Did that do well? Is it canceled? Because I think that's
got
a
a
good. Yeah, she got her own show on a major streaming platform where she's going to interview other high-profile women and stuff, and they're going to paint and stuff. But what I'm wondering is that would be a good kind of like thing to check to see how well Maddow would do on her own.
What's up with all these left-wing people painting nowadays? I mean, is it? There's just so much money in painting.
George Bush too.
I guess George Bush. Well, I mean, he's not too right at this point. I don't know, but you see Hunter Biden. He's now painting again. He was doing it before, but he's now painting again and paying $15,600 per month in rent. But he can't pay child support for the granddaughter that
they just
Joe
decided
Biden
they
wants.
acknowledged.
Yeah, no, they just decided to acknowledge. Yep.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.